There are over 115,000 schools in the United States of America. Within these schools, 7.2 million students are receiving special education services. This varies from specific classrooms to support services and individualized education plans. But one school district, nestled in a corner of Ottawa County, Michigan, saw a need to go further and set out to do something life-changing for everyone involved.
I was like, I cannot. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Right. Oh, come on. I just got caught yesterday.
Jenison High School is the home of the LINKS program, sometimes referred to as a peer-to-peer START program. It was spearheaded by special education teacher Stacy Van Lan.
In my third year teaching, came to the junior high from Jenison. I had taught in Kentwood previously. We had a parent who asked us to look into this program, and so we went to the START peer-to-peer training. And while I was there, I texted our assistant principal in the middle of the thing, and I was like, we have to do this. And so I came back and made a presentation for our superintendent and for our principals, and they got it cleared with the board, and I started it at the junior high. Had a number of years at the junior high and had a group of 5 boys that I taught, and the teacher up here at the high school was retiring, and so I was asked to follow those boys up here to the high school, which then allowed me to be able to help start the peer-to-peer LINKS program up here.
I started in 8th grade. I was just trying to fill an elective spot. I had no idea what to take, and I had friends that were in LINKS that really liked it, so I was like, oh, whatever, I'll give it a try. I was a little nervous going in, didn't really know what the class was all about, and I would have never imagined how much I would have gotten from it. But ever since then, besides freshman year because I wasn't allowed, but I've done it ever since.
When I was kind of talking to my counselor, and I was like, oh, I want to go into education, so I wanted to do something my senior year with that since last year I couldn't. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll try LINKS.
I was doing my schedule one time, and I was doing it with a teacher, and she was like, hey, you'd be great at doing LINKS. So then I just signed up for LINKS next year, and I loved it.
What do you think is your favorite part of the LINKS program?
It's hard to pick just one.
Getting to know them and be really talkative with them, actually.
They're never really sad any day. There is always something new every day, and it always makes my day seeing them.
And sometimes they help me out, work through things or something.
Just getting to spend time with each other and learn more about someone else's lifestyle.
They're hanging out on the weekends, and I didn't have to help implement that at all. I think that's amazing.
I was gonna say, the relationships that you build are special in LINKS because no matter what kind of day they're having or what day you're having, you always go in and it's, hi, how are you doing today? What's new? That kind of stuff. So it's just refreshing to go in, and every day you know that's gonna be happening. So.
I like doing gym class with them.
It's just amazing, honestly. It really opens the school. You get to see different people. It's not just the same thing over and over again.
Every once in a while, it's like, hey, you want to hang out? And then we'll go out to get some lunch and whatnot.
We went to lunch a couple times, so I went to some of his hockey games.
Yep, and I went to a couple of his bowling matches. That was fun.
Do you guys think that LINKS has changed Jenison as a whole, having the program here?
I'd say so, yeah. It definitely opens people's eyes to what other people are experiencing. And it definitely makes you better at talking to other people and being nicer to people, even though they're not the same as you or stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even just me personally, I talk about being in LINKS all the time to my friends because it's my favorite hour, and I love it and I enjoy being in it. And other students who may not even be in LINKS, to just see other students interacting with kids who are in the special education program, it helps them understand and realize we're all students in the same school, we can all talk to each other, and I think that LINKS really helps cross that bridge and link everyone together.
I think so, because more people that are not in the class like to hear about it and hear how it's going, just so that it encourages them to get in the class.
We had multiple students be a part of the play, and we didn't have to set up LINKS support for them because there happened to be already trained LINKS that were part of the musicals and the plays. who knew how to support them, but also it was just common culture that they were just around and part of friendships with people that happened to be a part of theater. Well, I think that's amazing. We had students who were part of the track team, the track and field team, and we really didn't have to set up a lot of boundaries or put a lot of things in place because they were surrounded by their friends who, some of them were Lynx and some of them weren't, but just knew automatically how to support them.
During, say, lunchtime or passing time, if I go up and start making conversation with my Lynx friends, then other people will see that and know like that's fine to do and you can start conversations.
I think my biggest takeaway is that like everyone has their own sense of humor. Jake, I feel like, has a very unique sense of humor, and
No, it's true.
It's true.
It's true. Everything you heard, unless they left out the best bits, it's all true.
But I think for me, I've learned patience a lot. I really struggled with patience, so like really getting to know them and their different disabilities and who they are as a person really changed, like shaped who I was. And I think also just getting to know everyone's different personalities really helped me like open the world a little bit and see outside of my life and what other people can experience.
If it wasn't for Lynx, I wouldn't know Carter. Knowing Carter now, that would be such a big bummer to be like, I didn't get to know someone just because Lynx didn't exist. So I think like Lynx just gives everyone the opportunity to get to know students who we normally wouldn't see and their unique personalities and everything.
I feel like I'm such a better person than I was, honestly, because I can make boundaries better, like I can communicate better, like all these things I can learn how to communicate in different ways to make sure I'm like getting my point across.
The number one biggest thing is that our students with disabilities, the friendships that they gain by having our Lynx is huge.
I just find so much patience that I never knew I had.
That's what I was gonna say.
For Caleb, and it's awesome.
And like being grateful for like the little things, like the little interactions that we have, or like the little successes.
They're the most amazing people, and they're so creative. Just learning all their little talents and stuff.
It teaches you something about yourself. It forces you to step into other people's shoes, and it really shows you different perspectives. It teaches you patience. You have to have creativity to learn how to work with all of our different peers, and I think it's gave me a lot of life lessons.
I couldn't ask for a better link.
What would you say to other schools who are looking to start a Lynx program? Would you encourage other schools to implement that?
For sure.
100%.
Yes.
100%. It's a great experience getting to know everyone and just building relationships and all that kind of stuff. It's just awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lot, even me before Lynx, like the little things you're not really educated in. To be fair, until you work or until you're shown that we are all way more similar than we may think, like there's a lot of almost stereotypes that I think a lot of schools that don't have programs like these like suffer from.
I think it'd be a good idea because like so far it's worked out here great, and I think it would just keep making other schools better and better.
Before Lynx, coming to school kind of felt like, oh, if I didn't come, like I'm only hurting myself, like whatever. Lynx has given me a purpose, and I think classes like these give you a purpose, and they give the peers you're working with a purpose to show up, and they just encourage you to do better overall.
When you look at Jenison High School as a whole, like we now have an adapted PE class, and we now have a unified champions basketball team, and we have these other opportunities that are coming up because we have students who have this baseline knowledge and have this passion to work with people with disabilities and be friends with people with disabilities. And that opens up more doors for our students to have those social experiences and to have full inclusion and acceptance and true friendships with our students.